I've spent a good part of my life in Singapore cooking, cleaning, and doing laundry. So I thought, why not share those nuggets of information with people world over? People are buying bulky and expensive dryers along with their washing machines to dry clothes. But in Singapore, there's the apartments which is called HDB or Housing Development Board houses come with a ready-made clothes line. I've really sorted this issue with for the residents. This is one of the finest and the most brilliant ideas that the founding fathers came up with when they were planning the HDB House for All scheme. So in Singapore, 47 to 50% part time of the daytime is sunny. The wind blows at 10 to 15 kilometers per hour, and also the temperature is 28 to 30 degrees Celsius. So that's decent heat for the clothes to dry, and without being too sunny and not fading the clothes. Sun kills bacteria and it removes the unpleasant odor. Somehow the building is also constructed in a way that clothes line are not really directly facing all the heat. At least my house is that way. So at any given time of the day, you don't find harsh sun piercing through your clothes. So at the same time, the fabric is not getting creased and it's not getting destroyed because of all the excess tumbling in the dryer. So all these are actually benefits and pros of hanging clothes outside. If you're not looking at the weather forecast of the day, there may be a sudden overcast, like how it's cloudy right now. So you have to always keep a watch. Factor 1 hour washing and then 4 to 5 hours of drying. But the HDB also has an indoor clothes line. So you can bring your clothes quickly inside and you can continue drying your clothes inside. I must admit here that hanging clothes is not an easy task. Until you master the technique, it's not easy. You can imagine lifting up this bamboo with damp clothes with all your mighty effort and angle your wrist to push it out without dropping it, because you have to slowly push it out until you reach the end, and then place it very gently. If you want to hang your clothes that side, you have to go there and then take your hand inside and bring it here. So like that. And then when you want to remove those clothes, use your hand like this. Of course, it's going to be very wet, so it's going to be tough to pull. And then across and then here. Suppose I have this. So I will move it right up to here. And then here. And then if I want to remove, then it's quite tough. So to save, to be more sustainable, right, I don't use so many clips. I use them only for the socks and other things. Anything that has a gap in the sleeves and pants, so I just push them into the rod. So in the past, they used to have this pipe socket holder system, which had the pipes. They had to insert the bamboo stick right into the socket. People were at a risk of falling because of the outward and forward thrust, and also because of the gravitational pull from the wet clothes, additional fear of falling. Leap your body out and then do that. So you feel you're going to fall out and your heart would stop every time you're supposed to do that. And even when you're removing it, you have to leap out to just remove it. It's crazy, man. That used to really cause severe back injuries, and it used to at least give a hunched back. I think that's why they decided to do away with the system. So now they have the retractable stainless steel rack where you slot all the bamboo sticks. It's very hard for the clothes to really move out and fly away. If it's windy, there is a nice shape to it, securely fastened there. Just place stick on both ends. Get these sticks everywhere in different heights and lengths, so you can cut it to size. If it's going to rain, you must quickly remove it, so that the lifespan of the bamboo stick continues to remain. I'll show you a demo later. I don't know if you realized it by now. There are two styles of modern hanging clothes. One is outwardly and one is between the two, in the space between the apartment. But this is also not very easy, to tell you frankly. It really does take a bit of experience and practice. I can understand the helpers who come from overseas. They're tasked with doing these chores. It may be a little tough for them. Some of them are very short and small built. The Southeast Asian built. You know how tough it is when something is damp. And if it's going to rain, you have to pull out all of them, with your mighty strength. Just when you're beating the winds, and the wind is also like moving this bamboo stick from side to side, and you're trying to fight the wind and bring the bamboo sticks in full of damp clothes. But it's a challenge, yeah. What is it if you don't learn new things? You learn new things, you grow, you get more smarter. What else do you do with your spare time? Watch TikTok videos. How much TikTok videos will you watch? You can learn a new skill, right? It may be useful somewhere, your transferable skills. You just learn to focus on the thing at hand. It doesn't give you a lot of leeway to get distracted with other things. All your phones aside, your thoughts aside, your stress aside, and just focus single-mindedly with precision. Because if you don't do it, you have a chance of dropping the bamboo. There is penalty for high-rise littering. Town council issues a advisory and warning letter to the offenders. And so for placing bamboos in hazardous ways, there is penalty of $2,000. And even after the warnings, if they continue to do so, they are issued $100 fine every day. That's what I read somewhere. And also for killer litter, something, the stick drops on someone and the person dies. According to the penal code, there is a 5-year jail term and caning. I'm not very sure about that, but caning with a bamboo stick would be interesting. The penalty is inevitable because 77 to 78% of Singaporeans live in the HDB public housing, and there are going to be implications for not following the rules. So obviously they want to make high-rise living safe for all, which is actually good for them during sunny days. Oh.